And so we return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Summit 2 by G2A.com. It's time for our second of 4 matches on the day. This one will be LGD Gaming versus LAI Gaming. LGD currently 2-2. They had a very painful loss just a few moments ago to Newbie. LAI Gaming, their struggle is a bit more severe. They're 1-3 right now, so both of these teams in danger of dropping into that bottom half of the group. And of course, only the top half goes to the playoffs and even has a shot to come to the LAN finals. So with that said, I'm LD, but I'm not alone. I'm joined here by Winter. Hey, Winter.
I will never leave you alone, dude.
Never let me go? Never give me up?
Never forsake tea.
Oh, boy. All right, well, same picks. Same old picks. Nothing's changed. What are you seeing here, Winter?
Chinese Dota. What do you expect? You won't see some Tusker or some funny things. Maybe if VG is playing, then
we saw the Legion yesterday twice.
Legion is not too weird though, because we've been seeing that hero a lot in the Western scene.
He's a little unusual.
Not something new. I want to see something different.
What's out there? I'm gonna go.
I want to see something different than something.
We saw the sniper yesterday.
Okay, that's refreshing, but only one game out of 4.
Yeah, we didn't get enough refreshment. I agree with you. What's available? There's
Naga Siren, but it's not refreshing.
It's not refreshing at all. Ugh, it's gross. I don't know, man. I'd like my Keeper of the Light, my Silencer, my Storm Spirit.
Why would you like Keeper of the Light? It's like a hero that makes the game go 80 minutes without fun.
You get that Ags, man. You rush the Ags and you just 5-man and keep on healing your team.
And then the enemy Night Stalker spams ultimate.
the Coddle counter, the Nazgul counters the Gandalf. Yeah.
GG.
Easy. Alright, well, none of these things are likely to happen. We see the Morphling and H-Apparition removed here by LAI Gaming, and they're going to go for a Bristleback. So we've talked about this, very good against the Brew split, especially now that Crimson Guard's in the game. And if they want, they could go for a Crimson Guard and a mech, perhaps on the Viper. And if they go that direction, that would give them a very strong 5-man.
Yeah, I think Bristleback should never go for the mech anymore with the new mana cost. It's too much for a hero like Bristleback. You cannot sustain your spells. It's very difficult. You should always give someone else to build the mech, and the Bristleback will build something like a Crimson Guard, which doesn't. I think the item needs to have a mana cost, though. It's a little too good with no mana cost.
Now, Winter, did you get to watch the LAI Gaming versus IG match earlier today? It was in D2L. Not sure if you watched that.
I was at work.
Okay.
So you guess.
So basically, XTT threw the game in the most outrageous way possible. They were stomping IG. He went for a Blink Dagger on his Faceless Void, and then they threw 4 fights in a row. Chuan had been stealing farm as a support Naga, fighting his ally Chikiro in the offlane for farm, got a 30-minute Radiance, and he ended up 7-slotted carrying the game. And XTT, not only did he buy the Blink Dagger, but he just started whiffing all his chronos after playing really well in games 1 and 2. So he was definitely the GOAT of that series. And I'm imagining that even if they don't have a coach, someone on the team gave the rest of them a very stern talking to after that game. So
I know who's gonna do that in their teams. Most likely Super. He's a very serious guy.
Really? Have you met him before?
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of them are more relaxed, or?
Yeah, XDD is the chill guy. The Tony.
Yeah, how appropriate. He plays a lot of Tony.
Relax. I got this, man. I toss him back to the tower. Easy.
Disruptor is the choice. So a potential solution to this Brewmaster. Not bad against the Sand King potentially as well, but it's 2 games in a row. I will say that's been the one refreshing thing today, has been the Disruptor picks. I really like watching this hero.
Mm. And Rubik, suddenly it becomes a very good Rubik game. Like there's a lot of good stuff with the Sand King already.
That's true. Yeah, it's the Brew spell, the Brew Ultimate, the Burrow Strike, the Skywrath Mage's spells are all pretty decent to steal. It's a potent game for Rubik. And he should be able to get his levels too, I imagine. Although the Sand King Skywrath can gank a bit, they do want to focus on getting that Sand King Blink Dagger out at a reasonable time.
Oh dear, what's new?
I don't. I'm not sure Doom is that great this game. It doesn't remove your corrosive skin. It doesn't remove your bristleback anymore. And these are tanks that, if you doom them, can survive.
It gives Rubik the option. Wow, I have another spell now.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's kind of a weak Doom game, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. He also doesn't counter push well, and they are going to need to be able to de-push against this line.
And then LAI Gaming picks Centaur. Easy Katka.
You've been reading too much Twitch chat, Winter. It's infesting your brain, or maybe spending too much time with Bulldog. I'm not really sure.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Instead of the picks.
Twitch chat is not refreshing. It's like having that one beer too many. It just leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth and a headache the next day to boot. But you can't help yourself sometimes. And well, LAI Gaming now will work on that final ban. LGD probably have their offlaner here in the Doom, the Brew to go mid, and they'll want a safe laner in that case.
It's probably gonna be Centaur either for LAI Gaming or LGD. Somebody's gonna pick the Centaur.
Are you surprised he's been let through this long? Because he's normally been picked up much earlier in the past few games.
Yeah. And you have Panda and you have Doom on your side. You want to avoid the enemy running away from you.
5th ban. LGD. What do they remove? You've got your Bristle off lane, your Viper mid. What's the tri-lane hero here? If you want to put... I'm feeling like LAI Gaming want a 5-man a lot right now. That's kind of how it looks to me.
Come on, just pick Meepo. Meepo's decent against Viper, Bristol. They're all single target stuff.
They banned the Slark out. Huh. They do have a Doom, who's one of the best heroes in the game to deal with Slark.
They just lost... they just lost using Slug, so they don't want the enemy having Slug. Makes sense.
Yeah, but that team didn't have solutions for Slark, whereas I think LGD do this time. Well, they don't want to deal with it. What can you do?
Confusing times.
It certainly is. Well, as far as pushing heroes go, there's always that lone druid. Although against Brew, we generally don't see too much.
I want to see Meepo. Meepo is good versus their heroes. Everything is single target except Disruptor Ultimate.
I don't think that... Oh, okay. Well, that is a pushing core.
Single target core. Yeah. Okay, but Meepo will never happen. It will never happen.
I was gonna say like the chance. I was gonna say like I'll eat a hat if it happens, but I don't want to eat a hat, so I was just kind of fumbling over my words, trying to think of something else to say.
Man, if they were to pick Meepo, then you have to eat like some. You can always make a pastry hat and just eat
it. Somebody actually ate a shoe. Like they made that bet, and then they ate their shoe and like had to be brought to the emergency room. By the way, don't actually eat a shoe if you make a dumb bet like that, because you cannot digest the shoe. That stuff doesn't belong in your stomach. Oh, man. LGD last pick now. What's it going to be? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No. Sylar, no mercy for the viewers. No
Oh
mercy.
my god, we were just saying before the game start, please no Naga. And they last pick Naga. Man, Centaur wouldn't even be that bad. At least the game would be fast paced. They will be fighting at every tower, and they'll be like defending tower, pushing tower, defending tower, pushing tower, rather than this shit, which is, oh my god.
Oh my, what a game it's gonna be.
70 minutes? Question mark? 80 minutes?
Or maybe LGD just win all their lanes and just win. That's the other possibility. Hey, it could be an interesting one. All right, we'll see how it's going to unfold. LGD 2-2 in the group stage thus far. They need to finish top 4, so at least in the middle of the pack to go to the playoffs, and from there, It's pretty much anyone's game. It's a double elimination format with all best of threes and a best of 5 grand finals. Winner comes here to LA, all expenses paid, and well, a pretty big prize pool for those who have been keeping track. It has grown a lot, over doubling just in the past 10 days. We're now around the $220,000 mark, closing in on our second to last stretch goal, and not too far off of that final one. So thank you to everyone who supported the tournament, the players, the teams, and well, looking forward to seeing hopefully one of these teams competing there at the LAN Finals. We've got LAI Gaming on the Radiant. They're only 1-3. Super, your Disruptor, XTT, the Bristleback, and there's a trap waiting. Well, not much of a trap because it's Bristle in the front. That will bring XTT onto the Bristle, XDD onto the Clinks, 5400 your Rubik, and XZ on the Viper. Meanwhile, for LGD, Yao will be playing your Brewmaster. They dropped not the Hill Ward. They didn't eat the tree, so they're not trying to be too sneaky here. And yeah, Yao playing the Brewmaster, Faith your Scarlet Mage, MMY will be the Sand King, Sylar the solo mid Lady Naga, and that leaves Angelai as the offlane Doom.
They're gonna try and contest with the Viper, hoping to find the Naga there, but Naga is gonna be in middle lane. They were expecting to have Bristleback versus Panda and the Naga at top, and they're challenging the Naga lane, but LGD swapped things out. So their lane is going to be the triple lane is going to be significant, much stronger with the clap from the Panda, and Naga does okay against the Bristleback in the middle. I'm going to farm mine, you're going to farm yours. It's just going to be an even trade-off.
Yeah, it's going to be free farm mid, and obviously you'd rather be the Naga in that situation. XTD will drop down an Observer, but already Angelai's gotten past him, and he's going to get a great creep.
Is he going to get lucky? Oh dear,
this is the perfect creep again. Perfect creep.
Maybe against the Clinks you would say you might actually want to get the crits, because you can actually trade blows with him if you run next to him.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. The armor creep wouldn't be bad either, but...
You mean the Walkin?
Yeah. Just for the resistance to all this physical damage.
Look at it, he's taking a lot of damage already because of the 0 armor.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think it would be better, honestly. He's forced to pop a Scorched Earth already. We'll pick up his boots and
nah,
just goes in for a last hit.
He picked up a Stout Shield.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Has the boots and Stout Shield.
He needs the Trankles as soon as possible in this. Oh my god, he's gonna have a tough time after that happened.
He just let himself take way too many blows.
Yeah, he was too cocky. I have Unholy Aura.
Well, when Clinks is chunking you for, what is that, about 83 damage before reduction per auto attack, and you have no reduction, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It's like Clinks saw him and oh crap, he has Unholy Aura. Then suddenly he's just standing there, and then he's like, dude, I'm reminding you, you have 0 base armor.
Sup, bro? Well, maybe this makes up for the fact that they're not really dominating the Naga Winter. You give a Clinks absolute... to be fair, he's not winning in terms of CS, but he is really pummeling this Doom, who now is out of regen. We'll have to start ferrying something soon. But for now, the Doom is actually 1 CS ahead, which is certainly better than what I would have expected.
Yeah, but he has 0 regen right now, and Career is going top for Dust, and it's gonna go middle for the for Bottle Crow later on. So I don't know when he can actually complete. Maybe they need to give him his protection. He's getting zoned out of the lane so badly. He needs to have his Trankle.
Oh, there.
That's close.
If he has his boots already up, I think XDD might try to go for that with a Windwalk, but I'm not sure if he could quite catch the Doom. With
the level 1 Windwalk is it's really slow, and he doesn't have boots. He's gonna have boots right now, or is he gonna go for Sorby Mask first? Oh no, he's gonna go for boots first.
Yeah, wants to keep Angelai down. One thing that also is helping him is this ward. It makes it very difficult for Angelai to hide in the tree line to the left.
They spot the rotation from the Skyraft though, but he's coming down bottom lane. He doesn't have level 2, so not much Q potential. Just gonna zone the Clinks out of the lane. And Brew doesn't need much protection right now, and Sand King's going for, he's actually level 3 already. He's gonna do his jungle. Yeah, this is actually much better from LGD, switching the lanes and just ditching the Brew. Because he's not gonna be able to farm in the lane anyways against the 3 range heroes.
Yeah, MMY is gonna have a really fast blink at this rate.
Yeah, he's lucky. No golems.
No golems, he had...
Man, they've been lucky with the Doom getting that creep, and now the Sand King's lucky with no golems.
Yeah, and now Angelai has his Tranquil Boots, so maybe what they do is even just leave the Scar's Mage bottom. But he will pay for that if he does.
Sylar had an Illusion rune as well, out of all runes. Luck is on their side.
Yeah, it's definitely a better start for LGD than what they had last game.
Oh, middle lane. I think XTT is gonna die. Yeah.
Not if he heads
Oh, no.
south.
Oh,
Run
no,
south,
no,
young man.
no ensnare. Yeah, Naga doesn't have ensnare. He's fine.
Sylar just going for the more economy-friendly skill build is... Well, Super is going to kinetic field too. He wanted to stop them from grabbing that rune, but won't be able to do it. XTT will meanwhile bottle up the invis, and he'll head right back towards mid. Maybe he makes a go here on the Sand King of MMY to harass him in the jungle, but nah, it doesn't seem like it. Just going to go and farm mid. Sometimes you get this invis rune in like a 1v1, and it's almost just detrimental, because you just stand around like, huh, I wonder if I can get a kill. Just miss some last hits and then come out of invis anyway.
Yeah, but if you get it, I mean, if you get it, it's worth it for sure. Doom is gonna actually pull the wave back into the lane. He has his Trankles, which he badly needs against the Clinks.
Yeah, the armor's obviously crucial. The regen will be helpful, and now it's a dual lane on dual lane here in the bottom. They bring in the Rubik for LAI gaming as well, deciding they can't really kill this brew and just wanting to maximize their levels, and that's really been the story of this patch. Is a lot of dual lanes, not too much dual roam, not too much in the way of pure junglers outside of certain heroes that can be flexible like Sand King, and fairly passive laning stages for the most part.
Wow, the sentry! Look at that! He saw Sand King jungling there, plays the sentry, and the neutral creeps can actually see the Sand King. That is quite weird.
Huh. So you're saying the neutrals are on the Radiant side then?
Yeah, they're helping the
LAI
Radiant
gaming
side.
is actually cheating at Dota.
Yeah, spy.
That really sucks too. That's a camp that he would have been able to easily kill off otherwise. And he's sending out observer wards.
Not LAI gaming anymore, spy gaming. I think it was. I don't know if it's intended though. Maybe it's already that way since the last time. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I feel like I've seen that before actually. It seems familiar. But it is a pretty unusual occurrence.
I think it should work for either side. So if let's say the Radiant side does it as well, so it will work for if the Dire side puts the sentries the same, I guess.
Yeah, he is going to try to stack it again, but now MMY should realize this one's warded off, and yeah, they go right onto him, but this time the Brew will help him tank it a bit. Or at least finish it off, I should say, so... Most of the gold here going to MMY, 1,500, and... Oh, I did miss the first blood. 5,400 killed off by July. Looks like it was a solo kill.
Yeah, it's a Storm and Orb of Venom.
Yeah, just ran him down. You know, I haven't missed a first blood in like 3 or 4 weeks, I think, but it happens. Time gets to us all, Winter. Time gets to us all.
Yeah, you say that players make mistakes, shit happens. Same goes for everyone.
My casters have to be perfect. They're gonna go in the
lane.
top lane. They've got Super ready here. Starts it off with the Thunderstrike, following up with a perfectly placed kinetic field. Yeah, doesn't have split, he gets lifted, drop back down, and while that was happening, they lose the Scarth Mage. He just got level 6 in the middle of this fight, and he turns with the Boulder Toss. Oh no, what a mess. The creeps betraying LAI Gaming. First the neutrals help them, then their own creeps betray them. They try to get a glimpse back on a hero that was TPing in. They will succeed, losing the Rubik, but the Panda barely escapes with his life on the back of that. Now a Song mid lane as XTT dove Sylar, nearly finishing him off, but not quite successful. And they bring in Faith as reinforcements. He tries to fight this one with the nuke damage coming out, as well as the additional magic damage bonus amp up. But they'll get the kill there. So yeah, the one kill that we missed during that was the Clinks killing off the Scarth Mage bottom. But that fight top lasted so long that he respawned, went mid, and turned the fight there.
I did sit out of the game though. Today, Perfect World is not good to me.
What are you talking about? Perfect World never makes a mistake. Always on the ball. Yeah, they haven't even used Doom yet for July, so he does have that ready to go, as we'll see a skirmish at the top rune. Sylar in a lot of trouble here, doesn't have his ultimate anymore. He gets the rune. Bounty rune secured, but Sylar not secure. He'll go down. Still MMY, about to get his Blink Dagger, and this is going to open up the map a bit. Meanwhile, Yao top lane doesn't have his ultimate, but he tries to run out. The Drunken Haze should help against the Viper. He needs 2 more auto attacks to get this kill, and can't stay in range. It's only a level 2 orb, so not enough of a slow. We'll be able to safely escape. This is a fast blink on the Sand King, and I'm expecting a lot out of MMY now.
He's gonna be responsible of setting up a lot of kills for his team since the Panda is gonna have a very slow blink because of the early game. Doom is he's alright on his economic status, but the Sand King will be their primary initiator until the Panda has time to catch up on his farm.
Smoke from in July. He's going to find an Alpha Wolf. MMY will join him. And they're going to head towards, let's see, the top lane, I guess. They'll look for the Viper here, who's got 1,200 gold banked, hasn't spent any of it. Maybe trying to... I imagine he's going mech this game, but maybe he's even saving for a point booster. Well, that's going to cost XZ, and he's probably thinking, huh, that's a really fast Blink Dagger. You are correct, XZ. It certainly is. Sylar up on the high ground now as it's a Radiant turn to Smoke. They're going to also head towards top, but this one could be a bloody clash. If they choose to go in, they could rotate in more heroes. The Clake's available to join this one as well, perhaps. No TP scroll on him. Now they chase out MMY. XTT into the front lines. They're going to glimpse back that Sand Cane. Blink Dagger, disabled. Won't be able to make his way out. So they lose the Sand Cane for the Smoke, but end of the day, he's already got his Blink even before that fight, whereas the Viper, the bigger kill, had yet to pick up a major item.
Mech, he's gonna pick a mech up. He bought a buckler. And the Bristleback should probably just build a Crimson Guard, I guess, for the Brewmaster.
They are leaving XDD alone, though, bottom lane, Winter. And this is generally a concern when you leave a Clinks to free farm. He's going to get a free tower, Oblivion Staff #1 out.
He doesn't have a Soul Ring.
Yeah, no Soul Ring is very unusual, to be honest.
Yeah, he's going to build, I mean, a straight Orchid without a Soul Ring. If you build your hero that way, you will always tend to run out of mana.
It's crazy because Orchid sounds like a really... I mean, obviously, it gives you a lot of mana regen, but Clinks just uses so much. You're constantly spamming your Skeleton Walk. Strafe has a fairly low cooldown. The Fire Arrows use a lot as well, and perhaps most importantly, when you have a Soul Ring, Death Pact completely makes up for it. It's like being an Omni Knight with a Soul Ring.
Yeah, it's the ultimate that uses a lot of his mana as well. It's not only the Searing Arrows, but here comes the Epicenter.
Happy. End of the Mystic Flare follow-up from Faith. Easy kill. And now they look for top as well. Super and XTT, but they can't really get in range here of Yao, who retreats out in time.
He's like a few creeps away from level 6. They need the Disruptor Silence to have this kill.
Look at XDD. He's booking it after Faith and MMY, but they are way back. Yeah, they have that Disruptor all ready to go. It's tough to kill off Yao here, though. You've got to drop it and trap him in Kinetic Field.
He needs to farm... I mean, he needs his level 11, though, before he tries to move around the map too much. And preferably with his Soul Ring. I mean, his Orchid done, in this case.
Well, he did go back to the base, and I suppose that is always your one option as Clinks, is if you want to skip the Soul Ring, you could just take a base trip every, I don't know, every 5 minutes
every
or so.
now and then.
Yeah, occasional base trips. But from an economic point of view, it kind of undermines the purpose of it. Well, for now, in July, he's had a Midas up. I think that's the third usage, 12 minutes in. At least the second that he's just popped earlier. And they're going to make a go top lane. 4 heroes rotating in. They're going to bring in the Clinks, despite not having his Orchid, despite not having his level 11. And they're going to walk into MMY, who's got a Blink ready to go. Brewmaster clapped and split on XTT. But keep your eyes on the Sand King. Can he get anything done? No! Clinks is ready. Then they steal the Burrow Strike. It's a level 4 Burrow that they've stolen. And the Brew split completely blown. LAI Gaming have the upper hand of this engagement. That's for damn sure. Viper coming in. He's got a DD rune to boot. Yao glimpse back to the tower, and he gets Viper struck on the right, then pulled back into the left where the auto attacks. Wait, Faith, no TP. The mana's lacking for him, and he'll drop as well. It's going to be a 3-for-0 exchange. And most importantly, I think that Stolen Burrow will be up for 2.5 minutes from here. What a turn for LAI Gaming.
Yeah, they had vision and they wanted to initiate first. Instead, the Sand King got disabled. Then the Panda was like, "Oh, dude, I already popped my ultimate," and he couldn't initiate. I was actually surprised that the Scaraf chose to try and fight there instead of running away to reduce casualties.
And they're feeling confident, Winter. They don't yet have their Crimson Guard complete. They don't yet have their mech, but these things are coming. In fact, mech is on the way. They're about to have Crimson Guard and mech and a pretty damn fast Orchid on XTD.
They can actually go for a Crimson Guard, mech, and a Pipe as well. Pipe is also good against LGD, against the Sand King.
Yeah, that will take a lot longer though, because they're just now completing the mech and
Yeah, probably the one to build a pipe. They can actually choose between.
Happy. MMY's looking for revenge, but he finds nothing. Completely airballs it, and now he's got to retreat out as XDD walks right through the Burrow Strike path, not realizing it perhaps. Song's there to greet him, but no detection dropped yet. They actually have dust ready, but they're not going to engage just yet. LGD?
If they can kill the Naga right now, he would be losing a lot of his gold.
Well, that's
Saving
a Song
already.
down, that's an Epi down. LAI Gaming gonna walk into Injuly and MMY. They get the initial burrow off. The Doom, unable to cast his ultimate, has no mana for it. Static Storm dropped on top of MMY, holding him in position. That's gonna be another death for the Sand King. That fast blink not paying off so far. As Faith now forced to retreat out, a glimpse back, and it's gonna be another 3 heroes for LGD. Just melting. LAI Gaming, not quite the Slayers of Giants. They ended up losing that game to IG earlier, but they really should have won it, and, well, the way this game started, they really should win this one, too.
But you can't always count out Naga though. Naga can always still win games that are very far behind.
And
As long
Sylar
as
does
the-
have Relic.
yeah.
He's pretty much got it.
Yeah, he's pretty much got it, and his Radiance timing would be around, I would say, 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes, around there. Unless he gets a last hit on the tower or something, it would speed up his timing. I would say even 20 minutes is realistic for his situation.
He's going to have to play some great Rat Dota, though, because his illusions won't be very strong this game. Viper's very tanky, you've got a Crimson Guard and mech, and the Radiant Spur will be nice, but the actual physical damage they provide is going to be fairly minimal.
Yeah, if XDD manages to find Sylar, he has Orchid completed. Nah, it's gonna TP out.
They have no Epi for 35. That's going to be too long. So they try for an Aegis Snipe. Doesn't even seem like that. Well, Faith jaunts down to the river. Where is he going? He picks up the bounty rune, and they just let him go. They just want this Roche. That was incredible. To be fair, he doesn't know they're Roshing, but they're all
I
off
think-
the map right now.
I think he would have died there though if they wanted to kill him.
They were
No,
like,
just
you know
like-
what? It's not even worth the risk of showing ourselves. Let's just take the Aegis.
Yeah. It's a free kill though, but yeah, it's not a big deal in the end of the day. They're gonna secure the Aegis regardless of the Viper and push for the tier 2 here.
Yeah, this will be an easy tower. They've got the level 1 Straith 1 line. He did go for the Skeleton Walk Max, which is your standard Klink's build, but it does delay their full push a little bit. Still, pounding into this tower bottom lane. Glyph is available, but I'm not going to waste that
I think
one.
they can push. They might be able to push high ground here if they want.
Yeah,
they're gonna-
I honestly think so too.
I think they're strong enough though, but they're gonna choose to just take out the last remaining tier 2.
Sylar had... did he buy the Relic or Radiance recipe first? No. Okay, he's only just got the Relic. Huh. I feel like he should have a little more right now. But either way, he is pushing in, and well, 5400 XC, feeling confident mid lane. Just the two of them here, while Super is dealing with that army of illusions top lane. Nearly got his first item, be it a blink or a point booster, to go with those arcade boots. LAI Gaming really itemizing to win in the next 10 minutes. That's now a Crystallis coming out for XDD, but he's gone for the Orchid Rush, didn't go for the Midas or the Soul Ring, the better farming build, basically, and they just want to keep the pressure up, Winter. They do not want to let Sylar come online.
Yeah, they need to, like you mentioned, end the game ideally around 30 minutes. That's like their peak of their lineup.
XDD gets caught, though. He walks into a Mystic Clear Burrow Strike, but he's tanky. With that level 2 Death Pact, able to just live through it all and retreat.
and the level 4 Skeletal Walk as well. He's way too fast, and they dropped the Mystic Fair already. So this is like majority of their damage right now.
And Klinks can just heal up in the woods. He's going to have his Death Pact soon. Carefully not damaging that Dark Troll Summoner once the full HP regen. And there you go. That's basically a free fountain trip for him. They've got a mech ready to pop if they need it.
High ground? Maybe
Yeah.
they go for high ground?
You go high ground here for sure. At least try to force out some big ults and then retreat safely with the Crimson Guard. And if you're LGD, you're not split pushing yet. Sylar's trying to, but it's a slow push. Doesn't have the Radiance. This is the time for LAI Gaming to try and crack this high ground defense. They'll work on the tower. Sylar will take a tier 1, but that's not a concern for LAI if they can push through, punch a hole in the defenses of LGD. Up to the high ground again. XE in front, XDD. Carefully positioned a bit to his side. They're trying to spread so that this potential epicenter isn't too effective. But it's only a level 1 epi, Winter, and it's really not that great.
Yeah,
Consider how
he has-
tanky these heroes are.
He has a lot of money as well for the Bristol. He still hasn't decided what to buy yet for his team.
And this Clinks is hurting. He gets Doom. They'll Burrow Strike and Epi. They throw everything at XTD. And they will manage to get that initial kill of the Clinks, but it means the rest are free to roam in this fight. XTT just charges forward, smacks down the Doom. The Brew Split, fairly ineffective after that initial jump. And it's a Doom for a Clinks, but it's also a Brew Split and Epi. And a Doom all used up, which means there's basically nothing to defend now aside from Radiance and Song.
I was thinking the Clinks would buy out and directly rejoin the fight.
He has it, he's not using it.
Yeah, the Doom buys back instead of the Clinks. I thought it was actually a good time for the Clinks to buy back just now.
He just bought a Blink. Yeah, I agree. There's nothing left. Now they get a clap of multiple heroes. XZ dropping fairly low to this. He does still have his Aegis, I believe. Yeah, he'll come back for a second round, but his buddies are starting to fall. They'll glimpse back the Sand Cane and actually help save MMY a bit as he was running to the right. Aegis now popped. Clinks will respawn. I think you still go here, Winter. Maybe wait for the Clinks, but why wait any longer? All their ults are down. This is the time. Even the Song now used up, but XZ might just die. Don't throw it again. Oh no, XZ! This already happened once today. It was XTT who threw earlier, and if they had just waited for that Clinks to join them, I think they could have gotten Rex.
That's a lot of time bought for the Panda ulti to cool down. 40 seconds. His cooldown is on 67 now. So it's gonna be more than half.
LAI Gaming really seem to lack. They just seem to be a little, and perhaps it's just they're not. I wouldn't say they're inexperienced. I mean, these guys have been around for a few years now in the Chinese scene, but perhaps not quite as polished at the the pro level as a team like LGD. But they really struggle breaking high ground. This happened like 4 times in the match against IG earlier, with a much bigger lead to be fair. But that felt like an opportunity to just flat out win the game.
I think their lead was pretty sizable. If they would have chosen to bot out on the Clinks just now, after he took the Epicenter and the Mystic there, and just push. And I'm pretty sure they would have gotten the Rex out of that.
I still think they can take those Rex though, Winter. If you look at the item progression for LGD, Sylar has picked up nothing new, just the Radiance, which he had at the end of that fight anyway. The Doom has the mech, which I believe he also had. Ogre Club, no BKB yet. Your Brewmaster is nothing else. The ults have cooled down, but there is a Reaver on your Bristleback, and these heroes are getting a bit stronger on LAI.
I don't know about going for the hard though. I still feel Pipe would have been the better choice for their situation here.
Yeah, for this style right now.
Yeah, they're trying to end the game right now. He would have had a completed Pipe.
Yeah, he's got 1100 gold banked up, but he'll try and force it in anyway. And this time there's no tower to worry about. They can focus directly on buildings. Going up in July, they'll start with the Blink Clap, but then the lift comes through and they'll steal something. It's a clap against Yao as he's held in position by the Kinetic Field Static Storm. No Brewmaster Split. Does he have the buyback? They're going to need it. Super. Not finished off quite the song, and that Brew doesn't have a buyback, Winter, so maybe they've broken through anyway. Clinks can work on the buildings.
That was a costly mistake on the Brew.
Nicely done by 5400. The blink and lift, then claps him to keep him trapped in the kinetic field. And LAI Gaming still break through despite the bit underwhelming push earlier. They've done it.
Yeah, they can't relax yet. They need to take 2 Rex against the Naga.
And Sylar has his BOTs, so you lose a fight, he's pushing out 2 lanes at once and possibly farming both jungles as well. They do have to be careful, but hey, 22 minutes in, they've broken racks, and everybody outside of this Naga is pretty damn poor on LGD. They've got their core items, but no progression since then, really.
Doom is doing fine though. He's like, he's still keeping up with the Viper.
But he still has a Midas, so a lot of this gold isn't really paying off yet. Needs that BKB.
They need to make this pick off work. Then they'll be able to buy some time. Oh no,
oh no, the 2-hero burrow. MMY's ready. They Doom super as well. Mystic Flare gonna find both, and as quickly as those two got aggressive, they go back to the well.
Yeah, they were thinking, the idea was they knew the Naga was gonna split push the lane, and they want to have Bristol push out the lane, and the 2 supports come in and gang the Naga. But instead, he already has backup, and they run into the backup. I mean, the idea was there though, why they were moving down towards the bottom lane.
It's an interesting build from XDD. He wanted to go Crystallis, he bought this Blades of Attack.
Yeah, I mean,
then he goes Blink, then he's like, I need BKB.
Yeah, he realized he's dying to spell damage, and...
It's just it's not even that much wasted gold, because Blink is a good standalone item, but it's still just very bizarre to see this particular build up.
I don't think he needs the Blink though, to be honest, like, because they are just gonna stand and push. He just needs to get the BKB as soon as possible. But the Blink would allow him to do something like Blink silence the Panda or the Sand King behind. If he is able to do that, then it will be worth it.
Yeah, and he's also able to apply more pressure, but I mean, it doesn't really fit their draft, right? Like they're trying to end the game, not split push.
It's sort of like it helps himself, but it doesn't really help the team too much in general, unless he makes the play which I mentioned. He blinks silence the panda at a crucial moment,
like,
or the sanking when he's channeling Epi.
Like you look at that Cloud9 draft way back at MLG Columbus when Envy was kind of showcasing the blinks. They were running other heroes that split push really well and that just spread the map effectively. I believe there's the Bone 7 Nature's Prophet in a few games, and this is a very different type of draft. Your other cores are 5-man cores, the Bristleback, the Viper. Still, it does keep them bottled up a bit, and you can see LGD, outside of Sylar's illusions, are not leaving the base.
I still don't understand why they are not actually getting someone to build a pipe. Oh no. Like LGD's primary damage, as we mentioned, is spell damage. And you're pushing.
And you're already basically immune to physical damage with the Crimson Guard and the mech. That's so much armor for your team, so much damage block.
You basically just want to itemize, like, you want to build a Vlad's, a Crimson Guard, a mech, a pipe, and that's about it. Then you just try to end the game, and even if you have enough cash, even more cash, you try to build a Necro book even on someone. And the Klings will just itemize to be able to stand and fight.
Winter, if LGD lose this game, they would have gone from starting 2-0 to going 2-3 since. So losing 3 games straight after those initial 2 wins. But
sounds like a bad day playing rank matches, 3 losses in a row.
Unfortunately, with ranked, you can always just try and come back. But in tournaments, it's do or die. Every loss is a permanent one, and there's no straight opportunity for redemption. But they wouldn't be out of it yet. LAI Gaming now going for that second lane of Rex. This is the one that LGD simply cannot afford to forfeit. They're going to have to hold strong. One hero TP'd out and was glimpsed back to the well, so the Doom's out of the fight for a bit. Then they silence Yao, caught in the Static Storm kinetic field. The Song will prevent any follow-up damage. He should be able to split. He's going to have to do it now. Song will end. Epicenter coming in and connects really only on 5400 as the Viper BKBs and stands his ground. XDD taking that return fire, forced to retreat out the Clinks, dropping low to the Bruce, but XE still surviving through this. The Bristleback also essentially at full HP this entire time. Scarlet Mage nearly dead. They will manage to finish off 3 heroes. The 2 tanks stand strong. XTT and XZ, brothers in arms, looking for Yao. They'll kill him off. It's 1 hero down so far. And now, well, they get stunned again. Chain stun for Aegis. Sylar slowly working on these heroes. XE stomped by the Doom, and now the Crimson Guard will wear off. That bonus buff no longer with them. No buybacks in sight. XTT still healthy, though. And Bristle Boss trying to turn this. Not quite enough. He loses the gem as well. This is going to be 4, potentially 5 dead. Oh, we've seen this movie before for LAI Gaming today in D2L. And we're seeing it again now.
The 2 supports wouldn't have died if they had pipe. Because he would have been able to pipe after the Song and save them. They lost the fight because the supports died. Without doing, the Disruptor dropped the ultimate already. But they would have still offered the team a lot with his other spells, with the glimpse and stuff like that. And Rubik, obviously, if he stays in a fight, he's gonna do a lot with his spell still.
This is... it's not over yet, though, by any means.
Look at the Bristleback, though. He's with the heart. If his teammate dies, he's still not gonna do anything.
Winter, they didn't see the gem. I don't think they saw it drop. It's just sitting there. And the courier's making the long journey.
Nobody's wearing a headset. That's a sound effect when you drop the gem.
Oh, yeah.
Ka-ding. Ka-ding.
Oh, they're too late. Well, maybe not. Courier now using that speed burst. It's going to hide in the tree line. It just picked it up. LGD literally have no idea about this gem.
It's a flying Pudge.
Who knew Pudge could move so fast? Oh, no! I'm pretty sure Yao just had auto attack on and A-click towards that mid lane.
Oh wait, I got a freebie. Now they're gonna devote.
Oh, man. That's where you want to be playing the Mission Impossible music, and then
I'm worried now, LD. This game might end up to be a long game, and Viper just accidentally pop his BKB.
What a disaster! It's not enough that they fail to recover the gem. They also give away an additional 800 gold the other way.
If you look at the gold graph, it tells the whole story of the last fight. This is going to be very disastrous. The Kling still hasn't had his BKB. He's been dying. He died twice in the last 2 fights, and that slowed him miles.
And the Sylar effect, it's real. He's got his Manta style complete. 1,500 gold in the bank. It's kicking in hard.
This is the time where when you are Naga's opponent and you look at him. We have to end the game now, dude. Before it's too late. But I worry it's already too late for them.
Yeah, the tier 3 is still healthy. Buyback status for the Dire. They still have 3 online. And pretty
Yeah, I
much the
think
3
they
most
just need
important
to
heroes.
throw buybacks to defend, and then the Naga will just slow the whole game after this.
By the way, Winter, I do want to point out something fairly unusual, which is that in July, he rushed his Aghanim's. Normally we see the BKB. Obviously, Ags does. It's more important nowadays because it removes
it's
passives.
for the Brister. I think it's
Yeah.
for the Brister or the Viper.
It's pretty
Maybe.
good, I think. I actually kind of like this choice.
He doesn't have blink though, so he would have to rely on his team to set up something before he runs in and dooms that guy. But on second thought, Bristleback will always be hitting a tower in front, so if he really wants to doom him, it's easy.
Not to mention, they've got other initiators. The Brew, the Blink Epi, the Song as well.
They have too many initiations, so the Doom just needs to strut in and just drop his "You are doomed," silence, passive gone, and everything, and get the job done.
This time, LAI are not going to sneak an easy rush. They'll run towards the Roshan pit, but the illusion will spot him out. They glimpse back Sylar, but it's sawing them the other way. So now he heads north instead. He'll give them the runaround. And he'll just end the song and retreat out safely. With Song down, do they try to sneak a Roshan? It's still very risky. And now it's the 1 minute cooldown song. They're not going to chance it. Well, maybe they do, but I'm not so sure. Well, with this
double
TD,
damage, a gift from the gods.
yeah, especially when you've got this much bonus strength, they'll really benefit from this one. They're going to chunk into the Roshan, laying in thick, while MMY sits top. Do they try to contest? Do they try to engage? LGD getting that vision now from the illusions.
The illusion.
Prepared to jump. The illusion, can it snipe the Aegis? Can it do anything? No, Clinks gets the Aegis. The Radiant get it. The last hit, and they BKB and TP out, so a perfect Roche take for LAI Gaming.
Yeah, but Faith did a good job forcing out a BKB charge from the clean stance. It wasn't necessary to pop the BKB, but I mean, I think he was just worried that there was more heroes gonna jump in. But even though they lose the Roche, at least they got something.
It's just kind of your instinct when you're against the Naga at this stage of the game.
Yeah, top lane, they're gonna try an Epi to kill this. They need Epi for this kill. No BKB on the Viper.
They have the Doom, but he doesn't have an easy way in. They're gonna need this Burrow Strike more than anything, and well, Hexy, just look at him melt with the corrosive skin removed. So damn squishy. Great static storm though to turn this. Super pulled back, or pulling back Sylar, I should say, but he just songs and TP's out.
You get some useless illusions.
Come on now, they're good for scouting.
Yep, good for scouting.
Yeah,
Except that your illusions are like what, 700 HP scouts.
Alright, they're pretty damn useless. Who am I kidding? Alright, Winter, what if you're LAI Gaming, do you have to win the game with the Aegis? Is that your only option?
Man, if I'm LAI Gaming, I build a pipe now on the Bristleback. I'm not even kidding.
No, he's going IC, dude. They need some armor.
Why would you need? He's not freaking dying to right click.
They need some armor. Oh no! XDD, so close, so far. He got fogged on the last auto attack that would have finished off Yawa if the evasion didn't kick in. That's unfortunate. Those Rubik illusions are just mindlessly wandering through the woods. And they try to Mystic Flare for Super. Not able to connect on that fully, but enough to bring him down with the illusion burn.
This is the nightmare of a support like Rubik.
And the song TP up. It's just too easy.
Okay, can I say it now? Easy cut. They got this.
Winter, please. Have mercy on the viewers' ears.
They have to try and push right now. I don't think they have much choice though. They have to push.
Do they feel that urgency though? That's really my question. Like, they seemed like they were super urgent, and I guess they've just lost their confidence since then because they've been playing much more passively, even with the Sages.
Yeah, I don't think they have a choice though. They need to go now, regardless of they are not confident or not. The situation requires them to just go do the push right before the Naga just. If they just wait another 5 minutes, I think they are done. Naga is gonna dictate the whole game's tempo.
It's not just the Naga either. They're gonna have double Doom eventually, and that's with an Egg. So you have no Bristleback, you have no corrosive skin. Your cores are just useless, completely useless.
Okay, this is the last one. This is the last fight.
Epicenter's online, and MMY getting into position now. He's not quite there yet. They go in onto XTT. They stomp him. They doom him with no bristleback. He just ain't that tanky. Drop it easily. And now the route's on. He'll buy back and try to turn this. Super trying to retreat, unable to do so. Now XC brought back down to earth. Will throw out that initial Viper Strike, meching and continuing to run. But they just run him down. With the net here at the ready, the bristleback too slow to get in. LAI Gaming completely wiped. It cost basically nothing for LGD. Just some ultimates.
Yeah, good news. Maybe the game isn't gonna go 70 minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to feel the same way, man.
They already lost their timing already. They are not strong enough to push high ground anymore.
And now Siler's got a heart. Oh my goodness. He is so farmed. I honestly think this is a concern for LAI Gaming as a team, though, because their early game execution is excellent. The past, like, 3 or 4 games, they've generally crushed the laning stage.
The movement of the supports are really good. Usually, they make very good decisions. It's just, you know, I don't know who decides, like, the later game movements. Maybe the captain or something, but they're not very smooth when trying to close up games.
Yeah, that exactly. That's a very succinct way to put it. They just struggle to close out games. And unfortunately, when you're up against Sylar, one of the very best carry players in China, and also just a very patient player in general who's used to playing from behind, you just can't afford to make mistakes or be indecisive.
I think this game, the movements were fine. It's just the itemization where they miss out on that important component.
Well, it was some decision making though, like the clicks not buying back, then not coming to mid.
That one as well. That would have actually
the Viper staying mid too long.
Yeah, they would have secured the racks. I mean, in the end, they still got the racks, but they would have secured the racks like maybe 2 minutes earlier, and that would have been a huge impact because Naga wasn't that strong back then. And after 2 to 3 minutes, he gets the boost of travel, and he's just speed pushing so much faster.
LAI will smoke now. They're feeling a bit desperate at this point.
This is do or die. They need to get a pick off, but how are they gonna kill this guy? He has BKB.
A lift into I don't know. They
into
got
what?
nothing.
A lift into what?
Into Aghanim Static Storm on Disruptor.
You used to be able to say a lift into a silence on Disruptor. Yeah, then this guy has BKB.
Yeah, you need that Ags. That's the only hope now. They really need to find someone else. Yao is not the answer. But LGD are setting up a trap of their own. They're baiting that one top lane. Illusion into the lane, another one scouting to the right, and still LAI Gaming just perch on the low ground here in the middle lane, but they find absolutely nothing for their trouble.
Yeah, you reminded me of a lot of countless games. Like I watched this team play, even when they were their old. I can't remember their old name.
Rising Stars and then Dreams.
Dreamtime. Yeah,
Dreamtime.
They even had this problem when they were back then. They couldn't close up games. They would play very well in the early game, but then didn't end the game.
Look for the jump in bottom lane. MMY trying to get in close. He will with a Force Staff. He just scoots halfway across the map to secure that one. And now Sylar's gonna song. Perhaps setting up for XC. No, just TPing out to safety. He sounds the retreat. But MMY won't. Oh no, he's got Ghost Scepter as well. XDD, really not much he can do at this point. Sandstorm will come through, and XDD has no detection. Although MMY keeps on running, it's enough to get him out safely.
This is too. We had a slippery slug. This is a slippery scorpion.
It's gonna take big mistakes from LGD, Winter.
I think it's
big mistakes.
Even if you make a how big is big mistake? It's like you just run into the throne.
Naga dieback from Sylar. That's what it's gonna take.
But how? How is that even gonna happen?
Somebody robs their house and he stops playing the game for 3 minutes.
Somebody cuts off their internet.
I knock on wood, Winter. You're giving people ideas. I don't like that. We live in an age of terror when it comes to that.
Bottom lane. Is he gonna die? They need
a
Doom for this.
They're gonna epi Doom. And then he just melts.
This is the dieback. Not from the Naga, but from the Bristol.
Yeah, minute and a half on the sidelines.
I think that's about done. They're almost done already this game. They can just push, might even lose racks.
We'll see. They also don't defend high ground that well. Like, they just don't have... Their lineup's really built to just play offense. Like, they don't have great counter-initiating heroes in general.
Yeah, Klinks doesn't have a TP. Even more bad news.
He's gonna have to drop something big if he wants to return to the base. Or maybe just run back.
He's gonna try to finish his... Daedalus. Yeah, he has it.
He may be here a bit too late, as Clap was stolen. Not the ideal spell to grab, but they'll take what they can get. Burrow Strike completely off the mark. This could be the opportunity. XZ try to turn this. Song was used, though, and he just kind of runs around in circles.
He actually tried to mate. He forced up the Viper, but then his Burrow Strike missed.
And now they chase in deeper. They're going to Clap from Yao, connecting on XZ. A perfect Mystic Flare from, I want to say from Sylark, but no, from Faith, securing that kill. And they'll take the melee Rex now. First lane of Rex down.
That would actually be refreshing. Mystic Flare from Sylar.
Well, maybe not quite down, actually. That's stolen Clap, doing work on the lane. But there's still a Bruce Split online. And LGD have plenty more to throw in. That 4-step forward from MMY. Oh my. He blink burrows in while 4-staffing the enemy, clicks out of position, and hits the burrow on a mid 4-staff. That was a really nice movement. And
BTS moment.
yeah, it was. I don't think it was needed at all, but it sure looked nice, Winter. And on that note, LGD, they survive and they improve the record in.
They were not supposed to survive.
In the Summit 2 China to 3-2. Yeah,
they were not supposed to survive.
LAI Gaming they're having trouble closing out games, and with this loss, they dropped to, I believe it's 1-4. Yeah, they're 1-4.
They totally deserve to have that advantage early on. They played well. Then, I feel sorry for them.
Well,
they played so well.
They did, but they didn't play well at the end when it really counted, and that's where LGD took advantage. So with that, guys, they're not quite out of the tournament yet, but they're damn close. 1-4. It's going to be tough for them to advance from here. Whereas LGD, back in good shape. They're 3-2. Their younger brothers, now the separate CDEC team, might surpass them though. They're currently 3-1. And well, speaking of the other teams in the group, coming up next we have HGT versus Invictus Gaming. And then to round things off for the day for China, we'll have DK versus IG. I'm LDB on the Summit. I was joined here by Winter. You can follow him at WinterDota. You're watching the Summit 2 by G2A.com, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.